this is Steven Platinum, your friend in wrestling with Platinum versus Raw, December 14th, 2020. I'm getting this done within an hour of the show ending. And this is their Go Home, motherfucker, Go Home show for TLC. Tonight's Raw opens up with a look back at the incredible handicap match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre taking on AJ Styles, The Miz, and Morrison. That was sarcasm when I said amazing. Raw intro video. We're live on the USA Network. Tom Phillips is there. We're at the Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, Florida. That's actually closer to where I am since I'm in Clearwater, Florida. He's joined by Samoa Joe and Byron Saxton. Thank God. They hyped tonight's show. AJ Styles and Drew McIntyre are going to face off in an Ascension ceremony. I think that's an interesting idea. I actually don't hate it. I think that's kind of cool. And AJ is also going to face Sheamus. What else do we have announced? Not a goddamn thing. We go to the ring for a Christmas edition of the Dirt Sheet with The Miz. Holy shit, the Dirt Sheet. That's terrible. By the way, I caught a little bit of that Miz and Mrs. show that they showed after Raw. It was on while I was doing other stuff. And I got to say, what a piece of shit show that was. So it was funny seeing Renee Young on the show. Miz welcomes us to the Nightmare Before TLC edition. Oh, it's awful. He's sitting in a chair and he's got a book with that as the title. The ring is decorated for Christmas. He and John Morrison are going to do battle in a handicap match with Keith Lee. What the fuck is this handicap match shit? You may have heard me on SmackDown figure something out about a fundamental problem that the WWE has compared to everybody else, and it's this. AEW spends half of their show doing the matches and half of the show promoting the next show or the next pay-per-view. The WWE spends half of their show promoting the other half of the fucking show that's happening that night. That's a fundamental problem, and we have more of it tonight. AJ appears under a spot. Who gives a fuck? I mean, none of this feels consequential, does it? Miz mentions McIntyre next. Snaps his finger, but McIntyre isn't there. We see Morrison dressed as a Braveheart-themed version of the WWE champion. And then the comedy ensues. Here comes Sheamus. Sheamus says some shit. We get ready to go to a fight, and then we go to commercial. That was the beginning of the show. Sheamus and AJ Styles. This is what we call a foregone conclusion match. And yes, AJ Styles wins. AJ's wearing out Sheamus with a chair. Still to come, Bray Wyatt's going to do the Firefly Funhouse, friends, to the Thunderdome. Back to commercial again. Back from the break, and we see what is leading to Jeff Hardy teaming with the New Day to face the Hurt Business. Hurt Business is walking backstage. We got Riddle's bro nuts because, again, we have to use half the show to set up the other half of the show tonight. Bobby Lashley pours milk all over Riddle. Terrified looking Sarah Schreiber's lurking. Fucking shit. Jeff Hardy and the New Day are backstage at the gorilla position. Riddle walks up and has an idea. Everybody misses Big E, so why doesn't he stand in their corner as Bro E? They call the Hurt Business the Butt Hurt Business. The Hardy Bros are going to be a thing. Jeff Hardy and the New Day against the Hurt Business. So again, we set a thing up, and then we do it. Shit happens. Hurt Business wins. Lashley puts the Hurt Lock on Hardy for the finish. Cedric gets wild with the celebration, and the teammates look at him awkwardly. We see a video from last week. We spend more time sort of setting up stuff for that night by watching video of old stuff. Boy. Lots of stuff with Lana and Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, and Lana and Asuka. Asuka says she's proud to be Lana's partner. Gets her hyped up. We got Lana against Nia Jax. Lana beats Nia Jax. That's much better than her getting revenge at the pay-per-view. Shayna Baszler attacks Asuka from behind. Long story short is Lana gets hurt. We're going to have Bray Wyatt coming up. And we're back from the break. And again, every time they set something up, or we're going to have Bray Wyatt and Firefly Funhouse guys. And then they come back and then they have something that has nothing to do with anything they've been doing. Again, this kind of disjointed look for the show is so bad. I hope people are listening to this and taking that in. Elias is in the ring with his guitar. Eesh. Jackson Riker is with him. Eesh twice. Elias, he lost the Symphony of Destruction match. It would have destroyed an ordinary man. He's not ordinary. He's extraordinary. Elias. Blah, blah, yada, yada, yada. Whoosh. And then he dedicates his performance to Lana. But R-Truth interrupts. And he wants to apologize. And then a bunch of people come out and chase Truth for his title. Bunch of shit happens. And we're gone. Miz and John Morrison are backstage. Miz is not happy with AJ Styles for saying he wants Miz to cash in the title, to take the title off of Drew McIntyre, because it would be easier to win the title from Miz. Keith Lee walks up and says he has an idea. Let's all go to the Performance Center 2 days a week. Oh, no. He says he's going to do a coin toss. Miz calls heads. It lands on heads. Miz and Morrison argue about who won, but Lee congratulates them, saying they both won. They're all going to win. And then he walks off ahead of the 2-on-1 handicap match. Back to commercial. Hey, we actually go into the handicap match. Miz and John Morrison against Keith Lee. What? Miz and John Morrison win. The fuck waste of time is that shit? Go to a break. We come back. Firefly Funhouse motherfucking happens. They're going to do hide and seek shit. The announcers are hyping Ricochet versus Mace for tonight. As the great Tony Schiavone once said, that'll put asses in the seats. And we get highlights. Saw Ricochet and Dana Brooke defeat Reckoning and the mighty Slapjack. How dare you beat anything that Slapjack's on? I'm fucking Slapjack's #1 fan, no joke. Mace versus Ricochet. Holy shit. Mace wins. The fuck? Retribution hits the ring and others hold Ricochet while Ali yells at him. We see Bray Wyatt walking backstage. He asks Riddle if he's seen Randy Orton. Bunch of dumb shit happens. We go to Shayna Baszler against Dana Brooke. Oh, man. Here comes Shayna Baszler with Nia Jax. Commercial. And now we're back from the break. And Baszler's pacing in the ring. I'm sure she's impatient. She's had to pace around for 3 fucking minutes. Lana was taken to a local hospital with devastating injuries to her elbow and leg. She's unable to compete at the TLC title match. Dana Brooke makes her way to the ring. Eventually, Dana Brooke wins by DQ because Jax shoves her off of the top. And after all of that, they have the Asuka, Rose, and Brooke stand tall in the ring after they fight off everybody. Tom wonders who Asuka's new partner will be for TLC. Oh my God. R-Truth is back there with Huskus the pig boy. Long and short of it is Wyatt runs off. It says hide and seek. Motherfuck. Bray Wyatt's looking for Randy Orton. Shit happens. Orton jumps him, puts him in a box, lights it on fire. Ha ha ha. But no, the Fiend is now out, and Bray Wyatt's not in the box anymore because the Fiend's there and puts him in the mandible claw. Good stuff. Sarcasm. All right. Back from the break, and we see what just happened. Good use of time. MVP versus Riddle. Riddle wins in like no time at all. Great. Bobby Lashley comes down to get him, but he gets away. He's eating donuts. Not kidding. McIntyre's walking in the back. You know what that means? Commercial. Back from the break. We got the Ascension ceremony. They both cut promos. They lift the title to the top. Then AJ beats him up. Beats him up with a ladder. Beats him up. Miz and Morrison help. Beats him up some more. Jumps from the top of the ladder with the elbow, and then he goes to the top and he gets the title. Are you pumped for the pay-per-view that's not really a pay-per-view? Motherfuck.